What's up, man? I'm in Phnom Penh, Cambodia right now, and look, there are two types of attraction: conscious and unconscious attraction. Conscious attraction is all about things like money, good looks, and external status. And it's what most guys focus on. Subconscious attraction is what really matters, and it's what drives her inner emotions wild and makes her want certain guys over others. Unconscious attraction is 1,000 times more powerful, and there are 4 primary traits or archetypes that will trigger her attraction towards you on a deep unconscious level. My name is Matt Artisan from The Attractive Man, and these are my 4 traits that all attractive men possess that get beautiful women to choose you. So I dissected this after studying men that were just average in the looks and money department, but were dating super gorgeous women. I noticed there were certain things that all high-value men do that naturally draws women to them. It's like autopilot attraction. It's like they have this secret sauce. And it comes down to 4 different archetypes. And the most attractive men have all 4. Number 4 is the hero. Women are instinctually programmed to choose men that make them feel safe. So for centuries, women were dependent on men to protect them from hostile tribes, situations, wild animals, especially during the 9 months of pregnancy when they were the most vulnerable and they needed protection the most. Even though we now live in a very safe society, that instinctual need to feel safe and protected by a man is still prominent in women today. This is why women are generally attracted to men who are bigger and stronger than them. But it's more than just physical strength. A huge muscular man can still be a weak and fearful man, and she won't be attracted to him. She might be attracted to him physically, but she'll lose interest very quickly. For example, I did a boot camp in Cancun a little while back, and one of the students was this tall, muscular, really good-looking bodybuilder-looking guy from Sweden. And the first night out, before he really learned anything on the boot camp, he didn't get any success. He didn't talk to anybody the entire night because he stood there fearful. And I could see women looking at him, but they're waiting for him to make a move. Some women would even come up to him and ask him a question, and he just didn't know what to do. He was just standing there in fear. And then at the same night, we had a short little Indian guy who had pretty much no fear. And he took just the few tools that we gave him, because it was only the first night of the workshop, and it was a 7-day workshop, and he crushed it. He had so many interactions. He ended up making out with the girl on the very first night because he was somewhat fearless. He looked like a lion, but on the inside, he acted like a mouse. And the Indian guy was the exact opposite. So the point is, she wants a man that is non-reactive and that is solid as a rock. She wants to know that if there's an emergency or a threat, he can take care of the situation and protect her. Because inner strength is more important than physical strength, which is why sometimes a woman will test a man and cause some friction in the interaction by questioning his character, or by simply saying no to something or doing something that he doesn't want. The key here is to stay calm and grounded and not let it emotionally affect you in any way. She wants a man that isn't afraid of her. I mean, how can she be attracted to you if you're afraid of her? This is why women usually don't approach men, because they aren't attracted to guys who are afraid to walk up to them and approach them. They just wait to see who will have the balls to say hi.
I'm not interested in a person who is shy to come and say hi.
Other ways you can make her feel safe, for example, while walking down the sidewalk with her, walk closest to the traffic as if you're protecting her from the traffic. Or when you're crossing the street, put your hand on her lower back or hold her hand and guide her across the street. When she's having an emotional breakdown, hold her tight in your arms. These little acts allow her to feel safe and will help make her actually fall for you. But I don't want you to think of this as like techniques that you have to do to make her think you're a good protector. Instead, work on developing mental toughness so you can actually become a more confident and solid, grounded man. And that will always make her feel safe in your presence. Because it's just something that she will feel when she's around you, not an act that you can put on. It's not something that you can necessarily fake. Now, before we keep going, please subscribe to this channel and give me a thumbs up, because if you do, then you're the man. Next is the Casanova. When most guys first meet a girl that they're attracted to, they quickly become very friendly and they try to get the girl to like them. They try to hide their feelings. And so the initial interaction is often very friendly and it feels very platonic for her. Then later, when they try to go for the date or make a move on her, it doesn't work because she just saw the guy as, friendly. She just thought it was a friendly, nice conversation, not a sexually charged conversation. Men that are naturally good with women often express their sexual desire very quickly, whether it's verbally or non-verbally, and they're just not afraid to show interest in her. Most guys are afraid to show their desire, and so they end up in the friend zone. Or they think they need some indirect excuse to talk to her. You don't need an excuse to talk to women.
But it looks like they have a Filipino.
The excuse is that you are a man and she's an attractive woman, so you want to meet her. That's it. Furthermore, women yearn to be desired by a confident man. They absolutely love it when a man wants them. Our desire is a gift to a woman. They get energized by it. If you show it in a respectful way, of course, that is both confident and charming, like we show you on our live workshops. And by the way, I'll put a link to our workshop schedule down in the description. Jen, do you like it when guys show you interest?
Yeah, but some guys doing creepy.
Some guys are creepy?
Yeah.
That's why you guys gotta take a workshop with us. It's not what you say, but more importantly, the way you look at her and how you communicate to her. When you see a woman that you're attracted to, you naturally get feelings of sexual desire. And most of us try to get rid of those feelings. Instead, allow yourself to just feel those feelings throughout your body and just express them in a way that says, I appreciate your femininity and beauty. For example, when I approach a girl that I'm really attracted to, I look at her as if I'm thinking, my God, you're stunning. But if you're not interested, that's cool too. But I didn't always do that. When I first started approaching women, I looked like a deer in headlights, I'm sure. I felt like I was bothering them, so I would approach them like, hey, hi, I just saw you here and wanted to say hi. And of course, that wasn't very attractive. But once I finally just owned it, that I'm a man, I'm attracted to this woman here, and that's totally fine, and allowed myself to just feel those feelings, that's when I was able to start walking up to women and their eyes would light up. And this is really, really powerful. And when you do it right, you can see the girl melt right in front of you. And this confidence carries all the way into the relationship because women want a man that will desire them and show them a passionate, romantic, and sensual adventure from the moment they meet, which carries on into the relationship. I'm only 5'10", but in Cambodia, they're pretty short. So I can barely stand in the bathroom. Number 2 is the Gandhi. Most men have no purpose in their lives. Every morning they go to a job that they don't like or that someone else picked for them. For example, I used to be that way because I went to college, UC Irvine, because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, except I wanted to be a rock star at the time. So it was a way for me to get to California, but I just picked what my parents wanted me to do, which is study computer science. And I did that for a while, and I even wanted to change majors after like the first class, the first quarter, but I didn't because I knew I would upset my family. So I stuck with it, and I graduated, but I never got a computer job, thankfully, because I know that would have made me very unhappy. So they go to a job and they're living a life that they didn't even pick for themselves, and then they come home and they just watch TV or they go on the internet or social media just to escape their reality, and then they just repeat it again and again, over and over again. If you were to do that, what memories and what accomplishments would you have at the end of your life? How about a lot of living in someone else's story, not much to show for it? The Gandhi is the guy who is working towards a higher purpose. David Data wrote in Way of the Superior Man that everything in your life, from your diet to your career, must be aligned with your purpose if you are to act with coherence and integrity in the world. If you know your purpose, your deepest desire, then the secret of success is to discipline your life so that you support your deepest purpose and minimize distractions and detours. I know you guys hear me talk about purpose a lot in this channel, but that's because it's so damn important. Maybe you have a passion for music and your purpose is to be the best guitarist in the damn world and share your talents with as many people as possible. Or perhaps you want to feed homeless in third world countries, or maybe you want to create a thriving business that helps people. You see, men are genetically wired with an inner drive to achieve and create, but most guys, we don't unleash it. We get stuck into what society tells us that we should do, such as working a dead-end job, and this, in my opinion, causes a lot of depression and self-doubt. This drive and passion from a man on a mission is what women crave, and it's what they're naturally drawn towards. So find something that calls you and go for it. And by the way, a lot of men make the mistake of making their woman their mission. They make her the center of their universe because they think that's what she wants, but this is the quickest way to repel a woman. Your woman does not want to be your number one priority, even though she probably will tell you that she does. But instead, she wants to help you achieve your purpose. David Deida also said in Way of the Superior Man, every man knows that his highest purpose in life cannot be reduced to any particular relationship. If a man prioritizes his relationship over his highest purpose, he weakens himself, disserves the universe, and cheats his woman of an authentic man who can offer his full undivided presence. For example, when I was in high school, I was really scared of everybody. I was super timid. I didn't have a lot of friends. I was afraid to not only talk to girls, but just people in general. I saw everybody as above me, and I saw myself at the bottom of the social totem pole, so to speak. Until I started a band, which raised my confidence because I started seeing myself as more and more worthy. The problem was that it was like external status. I only thought I was cool because I played in the band, and then when the band broke up, I felt like all my status went away, and a lot, if not pretty much all of my confidence went away as well. And finally, number one is the king. Women want a man not just to lead, but to be the fucking king of his domain. Think about it. How do kings act? Like they're entitled for greatness, right? Like they deserve the best, and like they have nothing to prove to anyone. Kings don't try to impress people. People try to impress the king. And kings do not act with hesitation or doubt. They move confidently in the direction of their beliefs and values. Now, that doesn't mean you're cocky or egotistical or boastful in any way. It just means that you speak with power and conviction that resonates throughout the entire land. It was being in the band that really gave me my first wins and gave me some confidence. I saw myself as a leader, someone that could succeed because I was getting some success, which brings us back to what I just talked about, which is having your purpose and edging towards it, moving towards it every single day. That is something that gives you confidence and helps you become more and more of a leader and a king. So I want you to pretend that you have a crown on your head and that you just fucking own your domain. Have dignity and be the leader of your kingdom, both in your social life and in your career. Be the kind of guy that people seek out, both for fun and for business or whatever. Be the social connector. And the easiest way to become the leader of a group is to start your own group. It's really as simple as just inviting a few people out and then being the person that leads the way, deciding when and where you go throughout the night. Or at a party or a social gathering, be the hub where people are hanging out and joking and telling stories. Be the facilitator of fun. Or pick a topic that you enjoy and start an organization or a meetup group around that topic. Go to meetup.com and just start an account. And on a date, you're the one in control. Now, that doesn't mean you're controlling and making her go to places she doesn't want to go. Don't do that. It just means that you have a plan for the night instead of just saying, hey, what do you want to do? I'll take you wherever you want to go, and putting all the pressure on her. Women love a man that's a leader and that can lead her through a fun adventure. So there you have it, man. These are the 4 ingredients that will naturally draw women to you. not even the richest guy with hot chiseled abs can trump a high value, multi-dimensional man who possesses all 4 of these traits. He is a very rare man indeed, and she knows that. Now, you probably noticed that all 4 attributes, the king, the Gandhi, the lover, and the hero, are all rooted in being confident. So, to help you become a naturally confident man, instead of someone who uses tricks or tactics to just appear confident, I created a free confidence cheat sheet that gives you 18 different ways to boost your confidence and eliminate fear. And I'll put a link down in the description and to the right of this video. So make sure to click that and download it, man, because it's absolutely free. And if you want us to work with you live in field to help you become the kind of man that attracts women effortlessly and that embodies all 4 of these attributes, then make sure to check out our bootcamp schedule and get a free breakthrough session. Make sure to also subscribe to this channel, click the like button if you haven't clicked it already because it really means a lot to me, and leave a comment down below of other attributes that you think women are attracted to and other video suggestions that you have for us, because we really do read your comments. And hit me up on Instagram, follow me, and send me a message because I read my messages there and I would love to chat with you and help you out. My name is Matt Artisan from The Attractive Man, and I'll see you in the next video.